Big day, champ. You finally get to evolve. Isn't that right, you little coochie? Bro, if you don't stop simping for this fucking child and just give her the stone. She just hit level 18. Wait, is that how it works? Man, let's just get this over with. Hold up. Don't you think we should wait for the others? Man, I ain't trying to start with them.
Too late, cunt. Don't think I see that sneaky shit fucker. We don't need another walking meth lab that doubles as a shitty squirt gun.
I have more ice on my neck than your bloodstream. Suck it, bitch. Alright, just shut the fuck up and pick a stone.
Alright, cunt. Just give it a fucking ice stone then. Oh, that's a bit stupid, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes.
If you think I'm gonna let this wanker's filthy paws touch this lad, you must have own values for brains, huh? Fuck off. You're the reason we can't live 100 feet from the nearest fucking fire station. And even this boofhead can spit more fire than you can. You want a bet, bro?
Bitch, I will spray the fuck out of you. I ain't trying to find a new place because of your sorry ass again.
Let's fucking do it!
Yeah, you all quiet now, cunt. Alright, fuck it. I'm giving him the leaf stone.
No way, fuckface!
I'm America.
Me, where'd you come from?
I came from having passionate
I
intercourse
like
with
to
your legal
candy my
guardian!
diaper and drive a Chevrolet.
What was that?
I love that quote.
Why should we give her the leaf stone? So she can have flowers and throw
Scariest
leaves?
costume he ever put on.
What exactly do you do?
An
Speak your
American
language at people?
one.
Yeah, you definitely don't sound like a fucking predator. That's a better reason to give her my stone, because I know you ain't one.
So we're gonna give it a fire stone, yeah?
Do you even listen?
No, I don't speak in low attack.
And you've
I
had
don't know why
all
my
this
multi-chat
time to learn it?
filter
What a shame.
You guys
keeps
should learn to make up your
turning
fucking
Twitch
minds. I
on.
have.
I try to keep it
should be
open for
mine,
just
you know.
YouTube.
Give me one reason why.
I'll give you two.
Never watched Rugrats when I was
One.
little.
I'm better
We
than
don't
you.
have that cartoon over
Two.
here.
And I'm fluffy.
It was
You're
a
not
nice
even the
cartoon.
best type here.
It was
Right.
definitely
I am.
Your attack is lower than
something
your will
kids
to
could
live.
watch.
Yeah, all that time.
But it had a lot of adult themes.
You really are.
Not adult
George
themes.
Sean, aren't you?
A lot of adult.
Uh-huh.
You're both terrible.
Well, no one really picks grass.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I'm sorry,
Humor?
you got dicked down
Adult
by a
humor.
fucking fish
Yeah.
the other day?
It was a show for everyone.
It's also water type. What do you want me to do?
Not be a fire type.
If only it was that easy. Shut up, Ice Breath! Shut up, you flame fat!
What the fuck is going on here?
Bit late
I
to
remember
the function,
some
are you?
episodes.
You know, you kind of just saw some snow, so I thought I would just go and check it out.
Hey, sheep.
Hey, we just start 4.
Oh, cool.
All right, everybody piled in.
She's getting the leaf stone.
Shut up, you fucking shut!
I think we're good now. Let's take a look at this video.
Nickelodeon was launched as an American cable TV channel for children in 1979 and nobody watched it. Then in
Oh, come on. Yes, they did. Also, why is it in such low quality? There we go.
In 1991, it was watched, in part due to their obsession with slime, which is very relatable to children because they remember coming out of it not that long ago, but mostly thanks to the efforts of their first 3 original cartoon shows, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, and past tense of Dig. But where does the name Nickelodeon come from? I'm not sure.
What the hell, dude?
Nickelodeon then did just as well as you'd expect off of the back of a show about babies, a show about
Hey!
Dummy 5699 is a proud Hive member for 27 months. Fat sexy bug alert.
How you doing, Steve? Thanks for 27 months. Longest subscriber ever. Thank you. That was not the slime I thought he was gonna be wearing.
a bold boy and a show made by an abuser. They became one
Oh,
of the leading
Jesus.
industry titans of modern TV animation and would start making even more hit cartoons under their brand new Nicktoons umbrella that eventually spun off onto its own channel as Nickelodeon itself kept growing like the ears of an old man. The channel's success was so immense that it even led to them building a series of studios in Hollywood for even more successful live action shows. And these studios would go down in history for being Hollywood's very own Bermuda Triangle, where all of the actresses that entered would lose their shoes and never see them again. That wasn't until the mid-2000s, though.
Oh.
And like I always say, if it's after 2000, it's in the 21st century. So with that being said, today we're going to be focusing on all of the Rugrats games that only released on the PlayStation 1. Rugrats was a Nickelodeon cartoon about babies and I watched it, so the potential for video game adaptations was clear for all to see. But did they do it?
Is he adding more slime
Not
to himself?
spoil anything, but yes. Let's reset the clocks back to 1998. You're a kid, you eat stones, you wear a cap, you love watching Nickelodeon and Nicktoons, you love playing video games on the PlayStation 1, so bish bang boom splat, you are the prime target audience for buying a 3D action game where you play as people that shit their own pants and run around in it. This is Rugrats Search for Reptar, a video game that is more than just a video game. It's the second most effective cure for depression, just below a train track. In this game, you play as a baby, a baby, a baby, a baby, and a bitch as you run around like your head is trying to escape from its own neck, completing levels to find your favorite dinosaur, Reptar, which is done by collecting jigsaw pieces, and then you finish the 12-piece puzzle that's so easy, I got it wrong. And as the manual says, additionally, you can not only collect 15 Reptar bars to earn a puzzle piece, but you also need 15 Reptar bars to earn a puzzle piece. Have you ever seen the show Rugrats? I have. And that's why I know that this game is based on it. It actually tries to replicate the cartoon quite faithfully, from basing all of the levels in the game on actual episodes, to copying the cartoon's introduction identically in jagged, gappy 3D, even transitioning to the main title with the classic moment of Tommy squirting milk from his bottle and completely covering the screen. And I am not okay with that. Last time I got covered in milk, I enjoyed it, but it's only something that you do once. It doesn't matter.
He keeps adding more slime to himself. I actually do remember playing this game when I was a kid. I didn't think much of how bad it was. I was just happy to have something to play. Seeing how it looks now, it... God. I've seen a lot better looking PS1 games.
No matter who you are or where you're from, if you're English, French, German, Spanny, it is guaranteed that you will have the best time with rugs. Sit on reptiles. They'll love it. Released in November 19...
Sit on your reptile friends. Hang on, Torty's misbehaving again. Jeez. I don't know why she's misbehaving. She was fine, and as soon as I went live, she's destructive.
98 in America and Europe, this copy is the same one that I have had from brand new since it came out in 2000. And no, I'm not going to remove the original price sticker. It's a charming time capsule. It's also 26 years old and starting to turn green. It has its own ecosystem. If I touched it, I'd get scurvy. It's also the only video game that begins with my favorite thing in the world, infants screaming at me.
Jesus.
The story kicks off with Tommy and Chucky, who are both babies, and the twins, Phil and Lil, who, according to the manual, are both fants. They're all having a lovely day stomping around until their mouths are suddenly replaced with stab wounds, and so to cheer themselves up, they head off to play with a jigsaw puzzle. But as it turns out, the real puzzle is having it in the first place. So then the adults arrive, Tommy's parents, Stu, and Fridge Freezer, who give us the idea that the pieces are all over the house. But once we find them, how do we pick them up? How do we put this jigsaw together? Well,
Oh my god. Can I please watch a video without you being destructive, please? God. I love you. But I want to see if you can Velcro to the ceiling right now. Sorry. God, this is awful.
As it turns out, the real puzzle is having it in the first place. So then the adults arrive, Tommy's parents, Stu, and Fridge Freezer, who give us the idea that the pieces are all over the house. But once we find them, how do we pick them up? How do we put this jigsaw together? Well, the back of the box actually states it pretty clearly. A baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do. And so, within all of the 14 different levels, you need to be sick on yourself. But hang on. Please. I'll get to you in a minute. I'm busy. Just wait there. We can't just leap straight into something this complex like we own the place. It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to a man called Pickle. It's his house. So we need to do some training in the training level, where we also get to see the game's theme of recreating the cartoon once again with the level introductions. And much like in the real show, the title stays on screen for 11 seconds. Then all of a sudden, by Christmas, we're off. And as soon as we take our very first step, the game stops and Tommy shouts,
Messy!
"Can we not?"
Look at all this stuff! 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 Look at all this stuff!
He's not wrong either. There is a lot of stuff here. Meaningless objects of no worth or importance. And there's one of them. This thing is the other baby I forgot to mention, Angelica, or as her Christian birth name says, Fanny, because that's what she is. And for the first time ever, you can get your own back and throw stuff at her. Hit her 6 times and, for your special reward, she calcifies. Wonderful. Now we never have to worry about her again. No skibbity toilet lucky bag for you. The training level is great because it tells you directly everything you need to know about the game, such as not all objects are climbable. But the air is. In fact, the air is so dense that you can climb up it and then run into it. It's very heavy this time of year. This picture was taken moments before disaster. I won't knock the advice though. Falling from heights does cause babies to get hurt. In fact, the only thing that stops them hurting themselves is if they fall from a shelf that's twice as high, or if they jump down 3/4 of the stairs. Wow, that sounded just like Kara's when she's upset with me.
It was me.
Oh, hi honey. What's that you've got? I am not joking when I say that this is one of my favorite games on the PS1. It's delightful. There's nothing else like it aside from every other game in this video. Search for Reptar is something that should just not work, like Pingu and hair, and yet it does. In fact, no, it doesn't. It barely works at all.
I'm your friend.
If the aim of this game was to make you feel like a Paleolithic mammal with no control over its own limbs, and 2 of those limbs are silicon flippers, then this is one of the best games ever made. The basic act of moving around is so difficult and unnatural, it would make an adult baby on age regression forums reconsider if they really want to live like that.
Oh god. Why does Caddy have to bring up some obscure shit? I think he's been around the internet for a little too long. There's some things I don't even think about, and he just brings them up. Where's the level where you fight a thermonuclear bomb? You do that in here? I never beat this game, so I don't know what the end game is.
Like, as soon as I started the main game, the very first thing I did was lose control and run into an armchair. If you liked the show growing up, then this hub world of the Pickles home will be very nostalgic on you. And it's great to be able to explore absolutely everywhere and do whatever you want, apart from everything you can't do. As far as I'm concerned, there are 2 types of people you'll meet in your life. Pickles house people and Spencer Mansion people. And I am both, because they each have the same number of stains in them. You can even go into the garden and play fetch with your battered, trembling dog, and it doesn't matter where you throw the stick, he will always go and get it and bring it back to you. But don't throw the stick in the sandpit, because that makes him angry.
Fetch!
And then a cutscene plays of Tommy getting bitten. The dog gets put down. The house is also a hyperspatial anomaly. It causes the backs of people's heads to disappear, it alters the properties of milk and leaves pink chunks in it, pianos play themselves while you stare at the wall, and sometimes it just steals your face. After which you head upstairs, extremely slowly, 1 single step at a time, only to turn the corner and find Grandpa's room, where the only picture there is a picture of himself. This place is completely bananas, and I'm saying that as a banana salesman. Let's find some levels before I check myself into the institute. Get out of my house! Chucky's Glasses is the story about it raining outside. See? So Fanny Hag and the 4 scabs decide to play hide and seek, but with some twists. Whenever a hider is found, they have to race the seeker back to the playpen. And the seeker is Chucky, but he's been cuckied out of his glasses. Have you ever seen what Chucky looks like without his glasses? Yes, Chucky can't see without his glasses because he doesn't have eyes. He has kidney beans.
Why can't I just find my glasses?
It's probably because you aren't wearing them, idiot. Now, I've not met many people whose eyes are 100% pupil, and I've not met many toddlers on acid, but I would have imagined that their vision would be affected somehow. So why does the game look like nothing has even happened at all? I can see perfectly fine. What's the point of this glasses plot device? Have I found a plot hole? I hope this isn't canon. The writers need to be killed for that. Don't worry though, I can fix this and make it more realistic, which every video game should be. And I can make my own visual impairment with the game's camera, a mallet, and a chisel.
Oh! Jesus! What the fuck, Caddy? What? Can we go back?
A mallet, and a
Oh my god! I don't think he likes playing this game at all.
chisel. This game was published by Thick and was developed by N-Space, in which the N stands for No, Please Get Back, I Need. And I would love to ask them about what the decisions were behind Search for Reptar's camera, because it is genuinely scientifically fascinating. It can't be directly controlled and can only do 4 individual actions. Snap back behind your head, slide back and to the right, slide back and to the left like how JFK did, and slide directly upwards at the sky, which is only ever useful if you want to see what the top of a park bandstand looks like.
You play that as soon as I hit pause. I had to pause because I wasn't expecting him to just sneak in a JFK joke. I'm trying to drink a Coke Zero. Why are you trying to kill me? I'm trying to watch a video.
Or to more clearly see the words "come vets," but not on the dogs. The camera is one of the single most useless things I've ever seen next to soap. I don't think the 4 shoulder buttons are actually a camera system. I think each button is just one of 4 different methods of inflicting pain on the babies, with the added bonus of forcing your stomach into an eating disorder. Oh, speaking of eating disorders...
Ew. Let's go clean you up.
Yeah, Angelica, God, why are we even looking after you? I never agreed to this with my wife. It wasn't written in the prenup.
This is kind of fun. The only part of me that's good at running is my nose.
Oh, yeah? Same here.
Caddy?
Oh, no! Why are you doing this again? I asked you to stop. I can't keep buying a new one.
Oh, God.
Hello, I'm Spons! Oh, damn you. I told you to stop being my nose, Spons. I'll be whatever I want to be because I'm a go-getter and a powerful young man. Just like today's video sponsor. What? What do you mean it's not? It's not what? What is it then? Not? Yeah, not what? What is it? What not? What Not? What Not is the #1 live stream shopping app where you can shop during a live stream in an app. It's live streaming blended together with auctions and social media to create a sausage meat of brilliant. And unlike real sausages, with What Not, you won't get any nasty surprises in it. With over 100 different categories of things to buy, there's something for everyone. Caddy's looking for some size 10s, that's his size, so... Have we got any size 10s? Anything in size 10?
Size 4 chat.
That's not size 10.
Last one, 4.5 chat.
That's not size 10.
These are 8.5 chat.
I can't even buy multiple of that size and put them together to make 10 in total. I'm buying shoes, I'm not crafting a boat. Okay, looking for shoes for Caddy is really difficult. Maybe I should look for some shoes for me instead. I could do with some new kicks. With all the kicking that I do. No way! Oh my god, these are shoes that are actually like my size. Yeah! Oh my, yeah, okay, I'm bidding on this. Go. Go, 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 go. I think I'm gonna win it. Yes. Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Sold to Caddicarus.
While you're bidding, there's a chat.
He actually won the shoes. This is a strange advertisement. Oh, a Pokemon card. Yeah, I'm sorry, Caddy. I'm not gonna do this sponsor. This might be the one sponsor that I don't want to do from you.
Area where you can chat without the need of your mouth, because mouths are overrated. Even when you're using them to say words, people in the chat don't know if you're saying chap, chat, or chav. And I gotta be honest, I didn't know either, and I had the same accent as the guy doing the auction. And if you using your mouth to talk is too much, then I'm sure using your fingers to type is too much as well. So don't, just swipe to bid. It's that easy. And for someone of my stature, it's basically a necessity. I lost the bid. If you scan the QR...
People actually interact with these sponsors. I don't know anything about this, but I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, people do actually interact with these sponsors. He's actually had the same one a couple times before. And I did buy his Caddicarus DVD. And it came with a lot of cool stuff. I liked that.
Code on screen or go into my link below in the description, you can get $15 off of your first purchase anywhere on the app. And for a special bonus extra treat, every one of you that follows me will be automatically entered into a competition to win $1,000 in Whatnot credit. Just think of how much you can buy with that. It's great for me and my trafficking business. I can buy this kite, and this kite, and this kite, and this kite.
Oh, Hunter x Hunter. Okay. I forgot there was a character named Kite.
That's not a kite. That's a liar. I will reveal the winner exactly 1 month after this video goes public, so please, once again, scan the QR code or head to the first link in the description below. I would say thank you, but let's be honest, you should be thanking me. Isn't that right, DD?
Now it's time to go night-night.
Oh, Christ, no, I'm off. You deal with that. I shat myself. Mirrorland is the horrifying tale of Tommy falling into an old antique mirror and ending up running all over the ceiling where everything is all topsy-turvy. Balloons have suddenly appeared everywhere in boxes, shadows are casted upwards from the floor from your dog's head, and Tommy doesn't have hair anymore. He has the number 11. You run around and pop balloons, and then you win. Which is a lot better than real life, where you run around and pop balloons, and then you try to stop yourself having a little poo. To find the mysterious Mr. Friend level, you have to go down into the basement, and then when you turn the corner, you see that your dad is inventing a new wagon and a new wife. He also made Mr. Friend, and Mr. Friend is robot. Originally, that's actually all I wrote, but I can't give up, because as the famous saying goes, robots? That had Robin Williams in it, and he passed away. So that's what this level is.
Yeah. Yeah, he did. Also, I remember this episode of Rugrats where Stu tried to make a friend bot for Tommy. It was fucking creepy. That episode has been in my head since childhood. I can't get it out of my skull.
All about stopping Mr. Friend and the rest of his friends from being in a film and taking away another beloved comedian. How does one do this, though? By blowing them all up with cans. Honestly, I find this a nice positive change up to the formula. The cans here are destroying robots, when usually they destroy families. Eggant. Angelica wants all of the Easter eggs around the house and wants to get them all before you do. So she immediately then leaves the house and lets you grab all of them for yourself. And yeah, I found them all because I'm brilliant. Well, alright, I'm not brilliant, I'm just very, very good. I actually couldn't find the final egg no matter how hard I looked, which is...
Oh, Jesus, fuck. Okay. I remember this fucking game when I was a kid, too. Me and a friend were both taking turns trying to find the last egg, and we just could not find it. We never beat the game because of this stupid egg.
Extra annoying because I did manage to find the secret golden egg, no problem. Where the hell is this last egg? Ah, found it!
And I like that he doesn't even show us where the last egg is. That motherfucker. Now I'll never get closure.
The cookie race is a race, but you're not a cookie. You're a baby. Beat Angelica from the top of the house to the bottom of the house, through the garden, into the kitchen, and take all of the cookies for yourself before she does.
Racing babies is boring.
Yeah, it is. That's why I ski with them.
Oh my god.
And now we present the award for the most uncomfortable 90s 3D sniff of the year.
What the hell?
Ice Cream Mountain begins with Stu walking away from his parental responsibilities into a hedge and then popping up for one single frame at the end of the cutscene after the hedge changed him. It's crazy golf. Who doesn't love crazy golf? Probably crazy people. To them, it's just normal golf. It's also the first thing that taught my childhood self how angles worked. That isn't a joke either. The schools couldn't teach me how angles worked, and I never understood them no matter how hard I tried. But when I started playing crazy golf with 32-bit PS1 infants and noticed the golf balls bouncing off of the corners, I finally understood it. And this is why I do what I do for a living today. Ice Cream Mountain isn't just your average garden variety pea, though. It's a whole bag of petit pois. It's a magical golf course where the ball hovers along the grass, children get paralyzed on 2-inch curbs, the ball suddenly decides to start moving in still images, and one of the holes is a giant get-stuffed toilet. Hi, I live in the toilet, and I never go hungry. Yum. I always loved this part of the game as a kid, and I still do today as a dick. In fact, if you thought that...
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh god. Give me a second to recover from that. You know, I actually never put that together. You grow up from a kid and you turn into a dick. That's true. You loved that game as a kid? I only have memories of never beating it because it was too hard for my feeble young mind. Can we just beat Angelica? I wish. I wanted to beat her when I was a kid. Hated that bitch.
I was joking earlier about the whole angles thing, just hamming it up for the ad revenue and Logan Paul. No, this is how well Ice Cream Mountain taught me angles. This level even has a pyramid in it. I mean, come on, how sick is that? When do games ever have them? And if they do they let you go inside them? Do they have Reptar bars you can collect inside them? And do they have Mr. Friend robots inside them that
What
are
the
actually
fuck?
Egyptian mummies?
The fuck is this? I actually never been in the pyramid. I didn't know you could be. Ad break. Oh, god damn it. Fucking hate ads. Give me just a second, YouTube. Twitch ads in progress. Alright, we're back. Cool. Crunch looking egg. Nuh-uh.
And they're not even actually robots because they have human hands? Well, I'm not saving them. I've got golf. The level then ends on a still shot of a load of brown, and then the cutscene stops moving while the dialogue keeps playing. I don't even remember what this is supposed to be, but I suppose if you're gonna play a victory noise on top of anything, it's a massive full screen load of brown. And if you want to recreate this effect at home, it's easy. Just get the disc, use a bit of cleaning spray, but not too much, you don't want to damage it, and then go at it with a metal scourer. My copy of Search for Reptar is likely the most overloved disc in my whole collection, and I don't know how it still functions. It's surviving out of sheer spite. In fact, there's so much power oozing from this disc that even the logo on the front cover pulled itself inwards through the paper towards it. It's...
Oh, it... Crazy. I didn't know you could do that.
Honestly a miracle my game still runs, all things considered, but it's also probably the reason why the sound effects for the Reptar bars cut out less than a second after they begin. Or they scream so loudly that they wake up my nan from underground.
Look at all the toys!
It also might be the reason why the music doubles itself in this cutscene.
I guess I gotta find Angelica now.
But when the music works properly, my god.
Yeah. Some of this music is kind of nightmarish.
This is one of my favorite game soundtracks of all time. Top to toe bangers all the way through. It's a certified hood classic. I use it in my video projects all the time, I use it in my everyday life all the time, and I want it playing during my funeral all the time.
Oh my god.
By the way, here's a tip for all of you game collectors out there. If you ever lose your teeth and cannot seem to find them anywhere in the house, there's a very high chance you'll find them if you check all of the white things on the floor. And that's what we do in Search for Reptar on PlayStation in order to get to the next level. One day, the Pickles went out to the park, and then this mangy old drain on the family's resources decides to eat all of the potato salad by taking his teeth out.
Pop, you're scaring the children.
Yeah, alright. Then the dog steals his teeth and dashes off into a maze. Christ, man, what are we going to do? Play in the park. And remember, kids, if you want to go down the slide, don't climb up the ladder. Use the safer part and climb up the side of it. The maze is really easy to get lost in, because it's a maze and that's just what they're like. While you're in the maze, you'll also run into the horrible school exams that British teenagers take, geese. And they don't mess around, because before you can even sneeze, you're riding on the back of your dog Spike trying to catch another goose that stole two things of equal importance. Grandpa's dentures and a ginger kid.
Help, Tommy, help! Make him stop!
What does that mean? What is the goose doing? Do we need to cull it? We're culling it. Come on, goose, get a load of my licorice.
I remember that mini game.
When I was a very young kid,
I had
Let
bad
There
aim.
Be Light scared the absolute piss out of me.
Let Mommy turn on your nightlight, sweetie.
And it wasn't because of her. It's because that in this level, you need to explore around your house in the very, very dark blue while being chased by these. My therapist told me they were retiring soon. Is it my fault? These guys are great. Look at them. They aren't a solid shape, and they're ghosts that can't even pass through chairs. I mean, come on. What was wrong with childhood me? What kind of sheltered wuss lets that scare them? The only way to stop these terrors of the night in this early beta version of Doom 3 is with your torch, and it is one of the biggest load of feces I ever did see. First of all, it doesn't even light anything up, and secondly, look at the power consumption. Where did they get these batteries from? The bad shop. And if you can't stop the ghosts, be warned, because when they get you, they'll hurt you with the noises of a shuffling bookcase. You know what, while we're on all of it, let's go back to the mini-golf for a second. You know what else scared me when I was younger? Hole 2. Not just because it's one more hole than I'm comfortable with, but because when you go down to the bottom of it... What is this noise? Why is it here? Is it in the bushes? Is it Prince Andrew? No, come back. That's somehow worse. Search for Reptar also asks some very hard-hitting and difficult questions, like, how much punishment can you force babies through before they break down? I don't know. But the development team did, after testing it in a room full of real babies, and then invented a device that can accurately measure that, and then put it in a PlayStation game. This here isn't a health bar. It's a cry meter. That's what it's called. Scientific term, crimeter. And there are many things that can make babies cry, such as falling from heights, robots, clowns, and cultural insensitivity. And once you run out of all the yellow liquid keeping the crying at bay, the screen goes completely black, your character begins wailing, and the game removes the top part of their nappy, so it makes sense why they're so upset. To make it even worse, once you run out of the cry meter and game over, you carry on. This level opens up with Stu, the man who built a children's playpen with no latch, and the man who is so hardcore that when he needs to open a door in his own house, he just gets rid of it. Stu takes Tommy and Chucky to the toy shop one evening, and then bye! Oh no, we're now alone in...
There seems to be a recurring pattern of Stu just leaving his kids behind everywhere he goes.
In the toy shop and need to get out.
That's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Once you get yourself out of that, you then need to switch on a Reptar animatronic to save yourself from this smelly creature, Thorg. And as the manual says, he's big, he's hairy, and he's out to get you. Like Kevin Spacey with a beard. You need to look...
Oh my god. Dude. Leave Kevin alone. He's been through a lot.
all over the shop to grab Reptar boxes, to then bring them back, to then put them on metal grates, to then climb up to the switch that then turns on Reptar. And we could use all of these boxes that are already there in the same room that Reptar is in, but then it wouldn't be a search for Reptar, would it, you piece of shit? After you've done all of that, the level ends with Reptar speaking to you like a customer service rep at a bank.
Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar. Halt, I am Reptar.
And then Thorg gets thrown into a particle collider. He's dead!
Yay!
Tommy, Chucky, where were you?
I could ask you the same question. You're the parent. You all know that classic stereotype of the dad going out for a pack of cigarettes and a pint of milk, and then he loses his son in space? I know that one, we've all been there. But I've got to say that I've never been in that situation where I'm looking at the other child who has to save him and wondering if this is a fringe or an arse. What is going on here? Is this normal for babies in space, or is it meningitis? Have we done enough tests with babies in space? Do we need to send more of them up there? I think we should send more of them up there. I wouldn't complain. Look, they love it. The The 7 Voyages of Cynthia is the story of Angelica's favorite doll, Cynthia, and the one voyage it went on. And this time, you don't play as a baby, you play as an old man's sock. And he has to dive into the sewers to get the doll back while making sure the entire sewer doesn't vanish into thin air. Spike, what are you doing? No, stop! Down, boy! No! Bad dog! You can't do this! You've been snipped! While you're down here, you have to watch out for a variety of things like barrels of toxic waste, washing machines, and pipe steam. And it would be bad enough to have to deal with these furry rats, but no, you also have to deal with this new mutant breed of hairy rats. This game really loves its hairy animals. They're not a furry though, swear to God, they're a hairy. Don't check their computer. And eventually you end up traveling so far along the sewers that you end up in Egypt. The scariest part of being in an Egyptian sewer, though, you have to try really hard to avoid their poo, because just like in real life, if you step in Egyptian poo, you lose your bone marrow. There we go, out of the sewer.
Wow, glad we don't have that problem anywhere ever.
But now we can find the doll in the fresh American air. But unluckily for Spike, he's an undercover foreign operative, so when he stepped outside, his thermal signal was finally picked up by the North Korean military, and now he only has a few seconds to find the doll and get back to the bunker before everything turns to ash. Spike wasn't fast enough, and now the supermarket is completely desolate. All there is left of this post-nuclear society are magazines with your own likeness stolen on them, and a picture of a talking roast chicken.
Beware of mayonnaise.
The great thing, though, is that because all of the humans are gone...
Beware of mayonnaise? What the fuck does that mean? It's the way people stepping in rat poo. Yeah, keep those people quarantined, please.
You're left to your own devices to walk around all over the filthy floors and then bring it directly into the fresh fish. And I know this must seem abhorrent to all of you since we're in post-COVID times today, but back in 1998, everybody did this, not just babies. In fact, 2 of my favorite childhood dinners back in the 90s were Veruca salad and athlete's food.
What?
Pervy Pop. Now with no ants.
Are you tired of walking on ice? Are you tired of jumping through fruit? Are you tired of unsustainable fad diets that make you lose half of your body weight and then immediately gain it back once per second? Are you tired of being told that there's only one incident in one aisle, and yet in every other aisle you visit, there are incidents in them? Are you tired? Try sleep. Are you tired of supermarket announcers sometimes talking through the tannoy speakers?
Larry, Steve, clean up in the bakery department.
And then turning invisible to hide behind your children and talk directly into their ears?
Clean up on aisle 8, Larry or Steve.
Then I suggest you go on a balloon ride, and for the same price as brain damage, you get to take those balloons directly to the checkout desk of a bakery in order to throw pies at 2 underpaid supermarket workers because it's funny.
Your turn, dude.
No way.
Hey man, I cleaned up the sodas.
Hey-o! Even sadder, because of Spike's regretful choices in his past, the nuclear fallout has left some of the animals in a dire situation, including this mob-boss lobster that's bigger than at least 3 babies stitched together, and I know that for certain because I tried it at home. This lobster, by the way, is called Waffle. Why? What color is he? Circus Fannius pushes the envelope even further for this game, so far in fact that it falls off the desk. Every level so far has been its own minigame, right? Well, now you have a level that's 3 minigames inside 1 minigame. Can you believe that?
I'm gonna run!
In this level, the back garden of the Pickles house has grown all by itself, like a good boy that ate all his vegetables. And with that growth comes a mini-game where your dog gets stuck in hurdles, a mini-game with a tricycle being ridden by Fant 1 and Fant 2 that can leap from a standstill, and a mini-game with Chucky scratching his ass on a wooden plank before being launched into a pile of leaves. I was in that pile of leaves. She broke my trumpet.
Congratulations, that sound means you've won 3 bonus levels.
What? That was not my voice. Who said that?
Oh. Caddy.
It was me.
Oh no, help me everyone. It's the Boo.
I'm here to not take myself off after I enter your home.
Oh, you bastard. What have you done? And where are...
Here are your bonus levels.
Search for Reptar also features 3 bonus levels to earn more Reptar bars, to earn more puzzle pieces, to earn more of the ending of the game. They appear when you least expect it too. 1 second you've interrupted Angelica in the middle of a child beating, and then the next thing you're reliving the famine and disease of the 1896 Yukon Gold Rush, where you do manage to collect a lot of money as one of the twins, but in a heartbreaking ending, the other twin ends up with gout. The other 2 bonus levels are completely different. There's one where you have to run around and eat all of the cookies without throwing the box to your friends, and another where you have to run around and drink all of the milk without throwing the bottle to your friends.
You're sure you'll be all right with the kids?
Yeah, sure. I'll make sure his eyes stay in this time. Wow. What a busy load of day we've had today. The pieces have all been grabbed. The puzzle has been completed. We did... And so we get rewarded with the final level, Reptar 2010.
Jeez. That noise sounds like my lower spine when I'm trying to roll out of bed.
Or Reptar Zulu, where you get to control Reptar himself, exploding trees by standing still and stomping around in the year 2010, eventually shaking the ground so much that it ruptures the Deepwater Horizon oil drill and leads to the largest oil spill in marine history, the ramifications of which are still being felt today, from the environmental impact to the value of the shipping industry and even to the health of everyday people off the Gulf of Mexico. In this level, you move Reptar around and destroy absolutely
Why do you bring that up?
everything with a stomp, a jump, a bite, and even a fire breath, with your main goal being to rip apart all of the offices of THQ and bankrupt the company a few years later. And yes, most importantly, you can still use the dogshit camera here. Look at this terrible, brilliant thing. I love it. And what is going on here? I think you missed a trick here, Jim. If your name is Jim, but you spell it like Jim, and your sign already has a G underneath the name Jim, then why did you open Jim's Garage when you should have opened Jim's Gym? Pardon you. After you're done smashing and bashing all over the floor, Reptar then sets his sights on a new target, the Washington, D.C. Capitol building, where in the game's final cutscene, it shows you what really happened there in 2021 that the mainstream media won't tell you about.
I am Reptar.
In conclusion, Rugrats Search for Reptar is actually called Rugrats The Search for Reptar, and apparently it was play-tested by kids in a real elementary school. So my questions to them today...
This game was actually played by kids and approved by kids. Ah! No wonder why I hated it as a kid.
are, how did you not spot any of this shit, kids? Did this school actually teach you anything, and are you all stupid? Oh, what? I told you I'd be there in a minute, just hang on. There's more important things to do, like reading the manual. Did you know they put a load of Rugrats-themed jokes in here? Because they did, no kidding. And they are some absolute crackers, let me tell you. Why does Angelica carry a pair of those little golf spikes? Because she loves 2 T's.
What does that mean? Even Caddy doesn't know what that means. He's just staring.
Why did Angelica try to drive the female deer nuts? She wanted to see a kooky doe. Why does Grandpa Lou call his teeth Niagara? Because they're falls. I don't think the person that wrote these knows how words work. Can I have a better one, please? What do dinosaurs put on their fish sandwiches? Reptar sauce.
Bro, what?
The success of Search for Reptar led to a direct follow-up that came out exactly 1 year later, and I'm very excited to play it because it's a release. This is Rugrats Search for Reptar, a video game that is more than just a video game. It's the second most effective cure for depression, just below a train track. In this game, you play as a baby, a baby, a baby,
He's doing the whole thing over again.
As you run around like your head is trying to escape from its own neck, completing levels to find your favorite dinosaur, Reptar. Well, he's there. So the next game is Rugrats Studio Tour, which tells the story of the Pickles family from the cartoon show Rugrats going on a movie studio set on a guided tour. And that's why the game is called Rugrats Studio Tour. The same babies from before, plus a new one, Susie, run away from their parents because of Dee Dee's face, and then almost immediately, the youngest and other newest baby, Dill, tries to commit infanticide by shutting off the power, doing something to Angelica.
If I could find you,
And then fleeing from the scene of the crime by hiding behind a locked door and throwing away all the keys on the floor in the same room that we're currently in. So off we go to find all of the keys in dozens of different film sets to rescue an analog horror entity wearing the skin of Dill and hopefully save the job of this nervous, sweaty man that is under more pressure than the UK childcare system. I know a lot of people don't like Dill Pickles, but however much you may or may not like him, you'll never dislike him as much as his own parents because his full name is a vegetable. You know what? This main menu is something that I think is sorely missing in all media nowadays. Every option interacts with the world around it in some way, and it's adorable. It reminds me a lot of DVD menus back in the day. Why just have a basic bitch list of words to click on when you could adjust the volume by shutting kids in boxes?
press up or down to make the sound louder or softer.
And once I finally leveled the music and sound effects the same at 2 eyebrows of volume, I'm off to 4 different film studios for a pirate action adventure, a western crime epic, a sci-fi space thriller, and a race car sports drama to explore all of the sets, find all of the keys, and get my ugly potato back.
Deal, that's kind of a
Rugrats
potato.
Studio Tour is about systematic exploitation of children in Hollywood. The babies are a hot commodity to the gears of the film industry, and they are ripe to be used and underpaid, all facilitated by this strange bloke who follows you around all over the game, constantly shouting at you from behind the camera, while trying to pretend to be other people using different voices.
Ahoy, matey! You're latey!
Well, if it ain't Susie the Kid.
The crew's ready to film the big race scenes.
Also that he can use the babies for his independent film projects, build rapport with them as a father figure, and then use their naivety as a bridge to their parents so he can catch himself a MILF.
Take me to your mummy. I've still got it.
The fact we're even going to all of these film sets in the first place is bollocks because the keys were all on the floor in the backstage lobby, so this godless invisible nose planned it all ahead of time. He locked Dill away and stole all the keys from the floor while everyone wasn't looking, making Dill an emotional ploy to bait the babies into putting themselves in increasingly dangerous situations, while he uses Dill as bait, dangling the keys on the long end of a stick, promising them his rescue, so long as they just finish one more scene for him.
There's no such thing as instant success.
Conveniently getting away with not paying them and instead bribing them with Reptar bars. And then, when he's milked them all for what they're worth on camera, he finally allows a few of the children to gather up $5.80 worth of nickels left on the floor and then hits them with 40% tax, leaving them with $3.48 and just enough money for him to fix his shit mustache. In the pirate film set, they pierce the ears of a 15-month-old kid. In the western film set, they throw the kids into a minecart that doesn't even touch the tracks and force them to gather gold within a time limit, or else the entrance gets caved in with dynamite.
Why?
In the racing film set, they just say
Ugh, that was so jank, it made me, like, ugh. That gave me shivers. I didn't like watching any of that. Who made this game? Did THQ make this one too?
screw it and throw the babies into literal race cars without even letting them do the theory and practical tests to apply for a license, as all children are made to do at an early age in the UK. And you know what happens when you don't let them do that? Susie gets run over, and then the publishing company profits off of the tragedy with toy cars based on the film that has a dump truck version of Tommy with a nappy filled with his own waste. In the space set, we get to...
I've seen that before. I immediately pointed at it, and then I walked away. I had no words to describe that little toy.
Watch in horror as the babies get live rockets strapped to their feet, and then finally get to see the true depth of damage the system has had on them by witnessing the sheer glee they have in shooting down other living beings and decorating their remains all over the set.
Nothing can stop me now.
And once the films are all done, the babies are spent, and their innocence has finally been crushed, Marvel's latest superhero, the eyeless Minge, comes back and cleans up shop by throwing them all into a barnyard pen with real animals where they all contract foot and mouth and disappear. But is playing as exploited child actors any good? Unlike Search for Reptar, which does work and is nothing like Pingu and Hair, Studio Tour is more like a bald eagle with toenails. It does work, just about, but it isn't ideal. I mean, we've already gone from the grand prize being finding a dinosaur to opening a door, but it isn't just that. The game feels the same as the first one, and looks the same, and certainly smells the same. But it's all just not quite right. The babies will glue themselves to the edges around hay. They can climb directly on top of slopes and then run in place on them. The victory screen doesn't even know where they are because they're too small. The game completely stops working when you touch the floor. Chucky is completely terrified of golf balls. Studio Tour is more adventurous than Search for Reptar. I'll give it that, and I'll give it this.
THQ did make it.
Make sure you bring the change back.
But what does that matter when there are no standout moments? The same ideas are just chucked around wherever and redone over and over again within much smaller minigames that don't even have a start and ending cutscene to tell me what's going on. I need a cohesive story, guys. Doll falls into sewer drain, we get doll, we return it. Grandpa loses teeth, we get teeth back, he puts them back in his mouth unwashed. We go to golf, we play golf.
He did that in the show, too. The minute he got his teeth back. Regardless of where they've been, he just puts those things right back in. Ugh. Anyone else here? What is JonTron up to? Oh, actually, I already know. He got married. That's why he's taking a while to make videos. He got married. Good for him.
Golf, we win golf. There's none of that here. I'd like to see a cutscene explaining why we need to vacuum aliens into a big shoe and then have it end with Grandpa talking about how he vacuums around the house wearing nothing but a big shoe.
And shut you right up.
It all just feels a bit slapped, if you ask me. That's not how angles work. Look at the opening compared to Search for Reptar. This is the opening. It doesn't copy the show at all. It doesn't even start after covering you in milk. I do think it's great that Fanny can only move her torso because they put her in a chair made of her own legs, but for all the good things they added, they had to get rid of something better from the other game, like the cameo from my uncle, Les Go. I can't really explain it, man. This just does not look right. Every few minutes, something new pops up, and I'm always left feeling deeply sad and itchy. It's a gut feeling, like love or IBS. Take this level, for instance. First of all, that's not how you spell geese. And secondly, even when they name the level after floating around space in 0 Gs, you don't. Even though in the first game, you do. And they don't even mention it in the title. I don't like being lied to. It makes me piss my shorts. And the number of Reptar bars you can grab in Studio Tour is huge. The other game had like 60 of them maybe in total. But here, you can grab hundreds. That's not an exaggeration either. There are actually hundreds of these things looking around in the lingerie department going, brah, brah, brah. They are absolutely everywhere, and the amount of bonus keys you can get from cashing them in is mental. I think the game wants you to finish it quicker. It hates itself. Actually, no. You know what I think the problem is? There's too many babies in this game. That's the only explanation. It can't
Jesus.
handle it. If this is what happens to real life, if there's too many babies left running loose in it, then King Herod had a point.
I always wanted to be a cow.
They didn't even have enough space to include all of the pain animations. You can't run into walls and laugh immediately anymore. Now you just rub against it like nothing's even happening. All except for Phil and Lil. They still have their hurting animations perfectly intact, so I suppose the devs just really had something out for Fant 1 and Fant 2 in particular. Hey, if you ever thought I was cruel to the kids, at least I'm not that petty. I'm not the one that took the only visually impaired child and then gave him an eye patch. And I've got to say, compared to Search for Reptar's manual, this one's really nice. They printed it in color, don't you know? But they even had to ruin it there too, by not including any jokes in it. Why not? Jokes are always funnier in colour. I'm going back to the old manual. Was the potty surprised when Chucky first used it? Yes, it was a little thrown.
That was a terrible... What?
Wait, hang on, what's this? Did I like the jokes with a capital J contained in this manual? Yes, I did. Well, did you know there's a full joke book written by the same guy that did the other jokes in this manual? David Lou Mann? I want it. I have it. Even the game over screen is floppy. Fair enough, you don't have anything quite as twisted as bringing the babies to tears by running out of the social services meter, but this is arguably more demented. The babies are able to fall off of a height that's large enough to require a crash pad.
Cut! Talk about starting at the bottom.
You heard it, all the way down to the bottom. And then before they can even dust off and have a little dribble on themselves,
give it another shot.
They're immediately chucked back into the action and forced to go again. Time is money, babies, and I'm running out of time and money and babies. They didn't even get the music right. It's left. Have you ever wondered to yourself whose voice it was that did
God damn it.
Noises in all of the Rugrats music? Well, I have. So I spent a lot of time recently researching it and finding out who did it. And I finally found out who it was. His voice doesn't only span over 3 decades on multiple media projects, but he's also a very talented singer. And I brought him here today. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Ronan Greeting. Hello. Sadly, they didn't use Ronan in this game, and if you ask me, it's pretty noticeable. I love Search for Reptar's music so much that when I was 4 years old, I got my mummy to write me into a binding contract with N-Space in 1998 so that I legally had to use its game's music at least once per video. But with Studio Tour, I got my mummy to write me into another binding contract so that the music had to keep 800 yards away from me. The music here just doesn't have the depth, man. It doesn't have the richness, the soul. Nowhere near the same and it's so spacious that I have to prop them up with my own words just to fill them out. I want you all to listen, please, when I say that I like warm cheese. Hey, I'm speaking to you on the fence. Why are you sitting on there? Don't you remember what happened last time when you last sat on the same fence? I'm about to meet my girlfriend's dad. Do I wear joggers or jeans? Hi, I'm Jim and I live in the bin. My mum gave birth and she put me in the bin, which is where I don't belong. I spit on pedestrians all day long. I will admit, the game is saved a bit by the golf. You can't get me to hate golf in video games. Real golf? Perish. This, though, is the stuff. I'll have 2, please, right up my nose. It's probably even better than Search for Reptar's Golf 2, because they added a new ball-going-hole animation. I like little things like that. In the first game, you got the ball in the hole, and then the golf has stopped!
Yep, I remember that.
Now, I know what you're all thinking.
I'm not thinking, but continue.
But you have to give it a bit of leeway. You have to understand that this was a completely different time. We've all learned a lot since then. So
I've learned nothing.
Nowadays, we all know that that isn't a village, it's a hat.
In golf, the lowest number of strokes wins, not the highest.
Yes, it's the same with the elderly. Great. So we finished the game. However, we haven't finished the game. Did you forget that we're supposed to be collecting keys to open a door? I didn't. And that door needs 8 keys to get it open.
Oh, yeah.
And I've collected 34 keys, so I should be okay.
But now I have so many keys, I can't fit them on this key ring. And that's why I use the keyring keyring.
Do you hate it when your keys encumber your ring? Do you wish you could throw some keys away, but you can't because they're for your jewels? Do you scream at the staff in B&Q because they don't have a bigger keyring? Well, leave your sorry life behind today and buy the keyring keyring. It's a keyring for your key that's already on a keyring. Save time, make space, and never lose a key again. Instant access.
Wow, I have made more space on my keyring. Time to get more keys.
Oh, Dad!
Even better, you can buy multiple keyrings and chain them together for endless key action.
I feel like Caddy's been calling me out on his recent videos. Because I've done this. I did this for fun. I put a key on a key ring, and then I put a key ring on the key for another key, and then a ring for that key for another key. Until I ran out of key rings. And keys to put them on. I'd go get them, but I need a key for the the box I put them in. And I don't know where that is. I don't know why I did this. I guess it was just fun to do something weird. I have keyring keys. I don't even know what the keys were for. I just have them. I also, in the trailer I used to live in, somebody left a shitload of keys on my countertop, and I have no idea whose they were. I asked around. Nobody lost keys, so now I just have keys for something. I don't know what they go to. And I haven't even bothered trying to figure that out, because I don't want to. I'm too busy to figure out where these keys go. An alcoholic? Maybe. I don't know. They were just chilling. I still have them, too. They're chilling in a box. I miss living in a trailer park? I don't. Fuck. I hate communities. I mean, living in communities. I like this community. This community's fine. Living in a community, though. Hate it. I want to live in the woods.
And even more keyring space for your keyring key.
Oh no, I've dropped my keys. I'll never find them.
Use it for your home.
Wow.
Use it for your business.
Wow.
Use it for your garden.
Wow.
Or use it just for fun. Keyring key. And for a limited time only, if you buy today, we'll open the giant door to your 3-month-old son at no extra cost, thank you. It's a good thing I did buy it then, because look, I got the door open. Time to save my fetus.
Way to go! You did it! Nothing can stop us now! Whoops, except for the high-tech space-age backup security door.
Not to worry though, this door isn't like the first one because only one key is needed to open it, and we just don't know which lock is the right one. So it's a good thing I spent 2 hours gathering as many keys as possible, and now I can guess as many times as I want.
Oh,
got
it.
Off. The ending of the game is a fair bit more ambitious than Search for Reptar, I will say that. It's actually a 3-part epic, where you begin by watching the latest Netflix stand-up special, Angelica Unshaved. In case you were getting tired of running around collecting keys to open a door, the game lets you run around to collect keys to open a door. Then after that, you do some platforming to hit switches by falling down holes you can't see, which eventually leads onto Indiana Jones, played by
The little bald guy.
as he runs and jumps around, avoiding all manner of dangers, like moving stone columns, collapsing bridges, the return of Mr. Friend, and flat surfaces.
help!
What's this? We were controlling Reptar before, and now we're fleeing from him? Oh, how the turn turned the table around. This ending goes pretty damn hard. I respect that. I mean, I can think of worse ways to end a video game about keys.
I'm a child, can you help me? I just escaped from the Catholic Church.
So there we
Oh,
have
God.
it. We opened the door, we found Dill, we even made a film. However, due to the substandard safety regulations on set, Dill's head sadly grew another head, and this creep never gets held accountable for his crimes, including but not limited to how he has all the costumes that fit all the body measurements of a load of 1-year-olds he doesn't know. But the more important question is, how accurate is this game to real-life Hollywood?
You're beautiful, baby.
You're beautiful, baby.
Yep, it's identical. How are the Rugrats like ink? They're kept in a pen.
Abandoned game!
Whoa, mate! Hang on, lads. We unlocked some bonuses, did we? Well, how nice. We got 2, in fact, which is like having a bonus and then another one. The first bonus is a new race on the car set, where you zoom around a perfectly square house with no doors, no windows, no stairs, no entrance, no exit, and a pensioner. The second bonus, though, is the only one I need. Big head mode. Wasn't that already switched on?
They're so huge.
What do you mean going backwards? This is the future. This is culture. In 5 years, everyone will be doing this. And you know what else they'll be doing? Struggling. In the back of the manual, there's a catalogue so you can collect all of the Rugrats videos, including Bedtime Bash, A Rugrats Vacation, Dr. Tommy Pickles, and Mommy Mania, where all of the babies' mums frolic around in the bushes, and the main character in the front is the only Rugrat whose mum is dead. I'm getting a bit sick of Rugrats.
I forgot Chicky's mom died. Did they ever say why? Oh. God damn it. I keep forgetting to turn my alarm clock off. Hold on. Oh, hey Zabri. I'm okay. Hope you've been well. Bro wakes up near noon? Almost. I wake up at 2 p.m. Usually. I would love to disappear in the woods. I want a house where there's trees and a stream of water somewhere out back. Far away from communities. So I can actually be in peace without screaming children everywhere. Ah! I don't like kids. I don't like them.
Games. Is there something else I can play? Yeah. There's a kart racer on PS1 that I keep under the stairs. There's no Rugrats in that.
When was the last time I had a Twinkie? Wait, did Caddy get a new house? This house looks a lot different than the one he has recorded in. Huh.
Oh no, there is.
What do you get when you... Oh my god. I wasn't ready for that. Give me a sec. I need to breathe. Oh. Extra long caddy.
Take 7 babies and grind them through the Hollywood machine until they're bitter, jaded, and offensive to other cultures and people.
This teepee's giving me no greepies.
You end up with those same babies starring in Nicktoons Racists, a kart racer for the PlayStation in which you play as Hey Arnold Arnold, SpongeBob SquarePants SpongeBob, and Cat Dog as you drive around 12 different circuits to win the gold cups in order to track down the person who named one of the races Bikini Bottom Blowout.
Why? Uh-oh. I think his disc is scratched.
There is something absolutely petrifying about this start screen. This is it. This is the whole of it. Something terrible is about to happen. I know it. Who are we gonna be then? Helga, the Angry Beavers, Patrick, Stimpy, Eliza Thornberry, I think Arnold was born missing some DNA.
No, of course we're going to be picking the characters from Rugrats, Tommy and Angelica. Because after all, the title of this video isn't Tommy or Angelica. Videos don't have names, they're videos.
This is a racing game.
Wait a minute, I just realized. He skipped over Ipkiss from, Real Monsters. But of course that show's kind of forgettable. Not a lot of people talk about it. But I remember it. I also remember it being on TV for not very long.
Game where you race, and by using all of the tools available to you while mastering the special moves, including not used and not used, the race you have will hopefully be one you win, just like mine. There's 3 different tournaments with 1 gold cup to win in each, and once you get all 3, you'll be able to discover who this devious breathing car is. This is the big boss racer that's usually faster than everyone else, except when they're not, and the game calls them the Mystery Rider, because it's a mystery why they're not called the Mystery Driver. Now, I cannot just let a mystery hang there on its own, wafting in the cold sea breeze. I'm gonna solve it. All I need to do first is find out who the main record holders are in the Hall of Fame, and then beat them in the races. Oh, as it turns out, they're all damn pricks, so this might be a lot harder than I thought. This game is carnage.
Come back here, you swine!
Oh, Jesus.
What do you get when you cross Tommy's dad with a cow? Beef stew. Look, it's really lovely that they've used this game to raise awareness to the lesser discussed parasitic disease giardiasis, more commonly known as beaver fever, but that doesn't mean much when the information is being screamed at you with the sound of 1,000 angry plumbers. Tommy doesn't even have any voice lines. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't even cry. He just screams. But I suppose at the bare minimum, they did include his most famous catchphrase, the one where he says...
You know, I wonder if he's gonna cover, the Rocket Power game, because you could actually unlock the Rugrats in that game. I remember playing the hell out of that game just to unlock the Rugrats, and then being very disappointed.
Hey, you doing alright over there? Whoa. I was worried about him for a bit, but he seems to be still hanging on. Very resilient. He gets my respect. I'll leave him a bit longer. Should be alright. Builds character.
The noise ain't the only thing either. This game is very difficult.
Oh, he's gone.
I barely scraped by on every single cut into first place, and this was on easy mode. It didn't seem to make a difference who I played as either, so I couldn't make it any easier.
One of the screams did sound like Chucky. I
Playing
thought
as
that
Tommy
too.
didn't change the speed or handling, and playing as Fanny didn't make all the other racers leave immediately. I would also like to file a complaint with Infogrames. Firstly, for a video game company, you can't spell games, and secondly, this box box art is borderline false advertising. Tommy's head isn't that big. Someone sat on him. 1 second, Tommy looks like a prehistoric bird, then the next he looks like Samwise Gamgee. And who's this Johnny? Mean Bob? That's not a mean Bob, this is. But when all is said and done, I won all the races, I got all the cups, and I get to finally find out who the mystery rider is.
It's Plankton.
It's him. I can even play as him now. This is a really sweet reward. And does he drive a lot better than all the other racers? Yes. Thanks for the game's software creations. I played it. And special thanks to Charlie McCarthy, the coo. Now I can already hear all of you asking with your fingers, Caddy, if you are tired of Rugrats games already, why don't you play something else from Nickelodeon in order to be different? Alright, fine, okay. SpongeBob SquarePants Super Sponge, let's go. One interesting fact about SpongeBob on PS1 is that the game hides multiple Easter eggs all over the place, including on the back of the box, where Gary the Snail is looking directly at the word climax with the word pop written above his head. I can't believe Gary was in the Epstein files.
Wait, what?
The Rugrats are in Paris, apparently.
Why does every little thing he does makes me lose my shit? Alright, we're good.
But they're not in Paris, they're in a game. And like all the best games out there, the font they use for the back of the box is Times New Roman. But this isn't Rome, this is Paris. Did they invade? Has democracy fallen? Sounds like a job for the Rugrats. Before anything else even loads, the very first thing we see in this video game is a trailer for the film that the video game is based on. And now I want to watch it, so I'll play the game another time. Right, what's next? Oh, haven't played this one in ages. Over 12 years ago, actually. A lot's changed since then. Kind of excited to go back to this. Come on, let's pop it in. Totally Angelica is the final PlayStation game ever made about the Rugrats, and I've got quite a bit of history with this one, starting all the way back in... Only joking. Had you going though, didn't I? Hey? I pulled your leg so hard. I have it. Now, I am going to play Rugrats in Paris, but just to get this out of the way, as we all know, the TV show Rugrats is famous for all of its nice-looking women in it. Some right proper corkers. Some scholars would even describe the show as hot chick heaven.
What the fuck was Grandpa in there?
Just in case any of you were looking forward to that, I'm afraid to tell you that the manual does say the game has no titties. The Rugrats are back, they're in France, they're on a theme park holiday, and they have to put it all on hold to save the day again. What more possible problems could these inconveniences still have when they don't even have a credit rating? Well, as it turns out, the whole city of Paris is about to be leveled by a giant robot snail, so they need to explore all over the completely abandoned Euro Reptar theme park in order to collect everyone else's litter. This then gets traded in for the other guests' abandoned belongings, which are then used to open the rides at the park that no one was able to ride before. After your ride, you get given a golden ticket, which you need 16 of to buy the remote control headset for a life-size robot reptar that can destroy the giant robot snail by launching missiles at it.
Jesus.
Everyone, everything is boom. We stopped the terrorists.
Sorry, before we get into playing this game properly for a second, can I quickly bring attention to this manual and how thick it is? Ha! That was a trick. This isn't the manual. It's War and Peace. This manual is longer than the game it is about, but in fairness, they did have to squeeze quite a lot into it, while needing to allow space for the double-printed pictures of Angelica with 4 rows of teeth and Parsley Vu Francie. Along the way, the Rugrats go, "Ooh!" In the game's absolute defense as well, I did overly simplify how it all works earlier. There is a lot to cover, and the manual is extremely detailed about all of it. You see, the robot snail is being piloted by the latest terror threat to France, Opslan en Laden, and in order to stop him, you need to begin the game at the Inhoud-Sop-Gave for you to be able to learn about the Commandi. That will then tell you how to access the Hoofd menu, so you can apply to join the Hoofdin gang, so that they can give you the Telescopio and win the game. If I try saying this, I'm gonna start a war.
Enough reading, though. Reading's for chumps. I've read all of it. I know what to do. I'm ready now. So, to quote Gandhi, let's fucking go, boys.
Well, the very first thing
I'm glad Caddy only releases like every few months or so, because I'm worried this man is going to inadvertently kill me.
Did in this game was pick Chucky as my main character, and had I known that you couldn't change characters once you picked them, I would not have picked him. That's not a big deal though. More importantly, wow, they finally did it. A Reptar theme park. I can't wait to explore and ride all of them. Thanks, Reptar. Now I know you're in your own park. It wasn't the smoothest start, in all honesty. The first 15 minutes of my time was spent walking into a symbol on the floor, the game telling me how to look at my inventory, and then it telling me I have no inventory. After which I spent the rest of the time pretending I was Sting by walking on the moon, stealing all of the other guests' tickets left on the floor. And I can tell I'm on the moon, not just because of the movement, but also because Chucky can't breathe. I don't know if this is a problem with the game, my disc, or the mustard in my PlayStation, but Chucky from start to end almost exclusively only ever made this noise. And I know he's capable of more. I've seen him talk, I've seen him say full sentences.
I got a runny feeling.
And I did hear him say something completely different later on in the game.
I like this.
While scratching his bum, but 99% of the time, it's this. Whenever I opened a new area. Whenever I started a new minigame. Whenever I picked up rubbish off of the floor. He would not stop choking. Pack it in, Ginge, you're ruining my holiday.
How did the...
My fiancé didn't want me reading any more Rugrats jokes in the house, so now I'm in the joke cave. Why do I keep getting lost? Where are the levels? If this is supposed to be an amusement park, well, I don't find it very funny. Why can't I just quickly run from level to level and get... I really shouldn't be here, should I?
What's going on here?
Shit, is that door open? Should I go in? I'm going in.
God damn it.
Don't worry, it's just more tickets. No. Gotta grab them all. Doing some platforming from box to box without a jump button. This wasn't so scary after all. I think I can head back and trade the tickets in for my first...
Oh my god, why? Why do PS1 babies look like this?
I should have enough tickets for something I can trade in for now, and I can start opening some minigames. Telescope, let's do it. I remember seeing a telescope symbol on the floor a few minutes ago. I've got no tickets left for anything else now, but I should be able to get some more when we play the telescope minigame. This is ridiculous. I need to get out of here. I don't know where any levels or minigames are. I'm moving around like a panzer tank, and I'm drowning in an ocean of Chucky suffocating with clown music. Oh my god. Is that... Yes! It's a train! Trains go to new places. And old ones. It's a level select. And look at all the places we can go. There's Ooey Gooey World, Reptar Island, Princess Theatre, Golf. Golf. They have golf, everyone. Golf.
Where the fuck? Whoa.
It's not a hole in one. It's a one hole.
There isn't a single video game out there that isn't made immediately better by a metal stick hitting a small ball towards a slightly bigger hole. It worked in Search for Reptar, it worked in Studio Tour, and it works in another game that isn't this one. Where is the aiming arrow? Where's the choice of fast turning and slow turning? Where am I pointing? Looks pretty straight, doesn't it? Where does the ball go? Oh, well, I don't mind that. Left is my favorite non-straight direction. Why can't I time when I start the power shot meter? It's just going off on its own. Am I supposed to wait for the right moment here where my shot power is at the right point and the little door is about to open at the right point and take the timing of the slow swing speed into consideration and the ball rolling speed without me being able to choose when that moment is? I never thought I'd live to see the day that PS1 mini golf would disappoint me. You can't even shut Angelica's head in a drawbridge gate. What's the point, Rugrats in Paris? Why even bother? Despite all
She
of
has a
these
very
troubles,
strong
though,
head.
I did manage to get a hole in one. Another day saved by Chucky, the cheeky, choking chud. I don't know what these babies could have done while they were overseas, but France wants these kids dead. And the quickest way is by sticking them on a golf course 10,000 feet in the air. I guess for them, it's just easier to do that than deporting them. Okay, I'm in the rhythm of the game now. I know where to get the red tickets, I know where to get the gold tickets, and I know where to take the train. So, what else is there to do at this theme park? Are there any roller coasters? Oh yeah. And the first one is baseball toss. Baseball toss, also known as honkball werpen, or in Italian, also known as baseball toss. In baseball toss, you aim and aim in order to hit targets. Then when you're done, you turn the baseball toss off. Volcano. That isn't quite bowling, it's rolling a ball into target holes from a considerable distance. But it is close enough. I know I'm nitpicking. I need to focus on the more important.
What is this called again? I played this at arcades before. What is this called? Skee ball? Oh, son of a bitch. There it is. Skee ball. Skee Ball proudly presents the original alley roller game the world has loved for more than 115 years. You can even buy one to take home for $30. But you have to make your own ramp. Fuck. They had those at round one. They're small.
Thing, which is that if you're not careful, if you don't do this minigame well, your face comes off and loops around your left eye.
What the fuck is happening to Chucky's face? Boy's got jowls and one of them is trying to escape.
Toss your cookies. It's like baseball toss, but instead of baseballs, it's nothing. What happened? What do I do now? Did I forget to turn something on in the opties? Chucky Chan. In this theme park attraction, you kick wood. What's more pertinent, though, is the name of the minigame. I don't know. Is that a little bit risque? Is it teetering on the edge a little bit? I'm not sure, but if you don't want people thinking the worst, maybe you should be more careful with those teeth. I've got a question. Where's the piss button? They're babies. I don't want to kick. I want to piss. You know what game does have a piss button? Postal 2. Postal 2 has a piss button.
It sure does. It sure does. I actually missed that game. I haven't beaten it yet, but I had a fun time playing it.
So Postal 2 is a better baby simulator than every Rugrats game.
Or a poo button. I can work with that. I'm not fussy. They're babies. It really should be an ability. Poo yourself with reckless abandon. No shame. No apologies. Poolages. Ooey collection, where you drive around in goo and pick shit up. Now, on your marks, get set, and let's begin the ooey collecty. You know something? If you were the parents of all of these babies, you're already used to abandoning them in public places anyway. Leaving them in a toy shop? Fine. Leaving them in a supermarket? Understandable. Leaving them in a park? I endorse it. But leaving them in France? It's really pushing it, isn't it? If you were gonna lose your kids in any foreign country, you'd pick Portugal. Whack-a-Ninja, where you hit, and hit.
Exact.
If you hit, you win. But if you hit... Oh... Reptar bumper cars. The game also has some bonus levels where you can win even more gold tickets.
What the fuck was
and enter the
that?
game faster because it's self-aware and embarrassed.
Also, I want his shirt. If that's all his shirt is just a pizza on the front, I still want it.
If you've collected enough Reptar pot loot, you'll be able to finish 4 jigsaw puzzles. 3 more than Search for Reptar. How far games have come. On top of that, you can also get a bonus level called Lick'em Stick'em. In which you're a frog on a lily pad that spins around and has to lick up all of the bugs to get points. Guaranteed to make you shout, quack! And with that, I have enough gold...
Holy shit, I was not prepared. Ooh. Oh God. This man is going to kill me.
Tickets to buy myself the control panel of a mech suit the size of a building. I won't ask what it's doing here as a carnival prize for anyone to buy, but I will ask why we bothered buying it if the stand isn't even manned. Why did we just take it, you absolute And no, I'm not collecting any more scraps off the floor and buying all of these
What word did he just use? Caddy, calm down, man.
balls. They give me enough trouble at home. This final boss fight is impossible. You feel like a baby in a mech because that's what you are. You can't do anything fast enough. You can't attack, spit fire, or even move faster than the snail. The snail. And look at the damage difference. Why is it like this? I can't do this, man. I just can't do this. What am I doing wrong? I can't do it. Why can't I do it? I can't do it. I did it. But how? Well, I hid behind the Arc de Triomphe and locked the snail into a loop of spitting at me and missing while I spat back at him and won. Useless. Completely useless. Your mother should have spat you out. Or your father, if he's into that.
Oh, Jesus.
Congratulations! You have defeated Robo-Snail and saved the princess. Wait, what princess? What's going on? Try again!
Wow. What a roller coaster of a game, set in a theme park without a roller coaster. Got any final words for us, Chucky? To you too.
Oh my God. Oh,
the
shit.
end. Loading. So what did we learn today, everybody? We learned that the French drink wine. And you know me, I don't wine and dine, I just whine. And I'm sick of Rugrats games now. What I wouldn't give for somebody to just hand me a different... Hello, Caddy. How are you this afternoon? Oh my God! Look, everyone! It's my back! I never see you! Sorry, I've been busy.
Oh, it's a Vans shirt. I like Vans shirts. I want that shirt.
Busy following you around. How was the Backstreet Boys gig you went to? Oh, it was alright, but I couldn't see much. I was right at the back.
Anyway, I heard you wanted a different game right now, so here's one. Stay where you are, my back.
Rocket power! He's doing rocket power!
Don't worry, no need to move and hand it over to me yourself. I'll grab the game directly from you. Gee willikers, thanks my back. I can always count on you to have my back. Rocket power? Never heard of this before. What is it? I don't know. I'm just a back. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to off myself. Bye!
Oh, there he goes.
Rocket Power is a Nickelodeon cartoon about even more kids. More kids, more parents, more issues, and more head lice. The show is about kids that all have wheels, and we need to stop that. This game is a special one for today's video, though, because it's actually factory sealed in the original PlayStation plastic wrapping, never touched or opened since 2002.
Stan! No! No, Stan! Stop it! Leave it! Bad boy! Leave it, Stan! Leave it, Stan!
Hey, did you call?
No, not the country! Leave it, Stan!
Oh, no one ever wants to include me. Why does nobody want to talk to me? I'm a nice guy.
Leave it, Stan! Leave it, Stan! He left it.
Rocket Power, the story of a child with vanilla yogurt stains on her trousers and another child with a beard. One day they go to see their adult friend and he's very concerned with a concerned face.
Sound like rocket boards need some publicity.
But then the beard boy does a sick skateboard trick that we can't see, and then their adult friend is very excited with a concerned face.
Ramondo will get more publicity than you could shake a snake at.
One of Beard Boy's friends is this boy, and his name is Diarrhea.
And hope for the best. Hope for the best. Squid.
Or Squid for short. Now we're ready to save our local skateboard shop from the evil corporation. So catch big air, grab some metal, and time for some grindage. Now clearly, this isn't a game about Nickelodeon characters like Nicktoons Racing was, so surely the Rugrats would have no place here at all. But that's where you're wrong, and you should be deeply ashamed of yourself. You see, in the story mode stages are character tokens. Collect one token, unlock a character. Simple as, nuff said. Pine. And two of those tokens belong to Tommy and Angelica, the only humans that appear in this whole game, because these kids are reptiles.
There's a slight issue with that, though. In order to get...
He's got the dirt on his face from rubbing it on the for grinding his face on the metal. I like Caddy for consistency.
The tokens, you can only retrieve them in the story missions that they appear in. Angelica's is in the final stage. So you have to beat the game. And that would be fine. Except the slight issue that I mentioned just now is that this is one of the most thoroughly unenjoyable things I've ever experienced.
I thought I was in for a nice time at the start. First level, just gotta go downhill and go through some wooden gaps. Easy, do that all the time. But then the second stage was when I realized I was happily going to tell all of these kids they were adopted. The big bad corporation trying to close your family's skate shop has decided that the best method of doing that is to personally steal all of the children's bikes, break them up, and throw the pieces all over the pier so they can't enter a competition for some prize money. You could have just stolen the bikes and kept them, but I suppose hiding the pieces and telling the kids they only have 119 seconds to find them or else they can't have the pieces anymore is a better plan. It's ingenious actually, because on this pier, even when the kids know exactly where the bike pieces are and they can see them, they can't get to them because the air is in the way. And sometimes it isn't even air, it's chain link fence, as air is occasionally known to be. At least Rocket Power allows me to relive my childhood and mess around with a great playground game that me and my schoolmates used to play. Is it a ramp or a solid wall?
Oh, he's in the joke cave.
Why did Chucky drool on his fruit? He wanted a banana spit. Sometimes the grinding works perfectly, sometimes
joke
it doesn't
sucked.
even bother, because why would you even want to do that? The game has a point, it's just looking out for you. But if you think you know best and you really want to do a grind, the game will sometimes let you by doing this. every time you do one single front or back flip, the guy also turns very slightly to the left or right. Because when you think about it, doing a flip in midair is really hard. So it's really nice that the game throws in a slight turn for you at no extra cost. Oh, so close and yet so much more close. Oh no. My other son is hanging on the fireplace now.
What the fuck?
I don't want that. Leave him there. As you move around the stages, you turn left and right by pressing left and right. And in the air, you turn left and right by pressing the bottom shoulder buttons. So that's exactly what I mean. It's really difficult to flip and turn at the same time. It gets confusing. So I can't really get mad when the game makes both of them happen at once for you, when all I want to do is press one button to do one flip. And I don't claim to be an expert, but if there is anything I know about what kids really love, it's landing sideways. Why are you doing this? Where are you going? Why won't you jump any higher? Move! Move, you dullard! By the way, that's not an insult. That's his name.
Sam Dullard.
See,
Yep.
you thought I was just a terrible man that hates kids. I mean, I am, but this isn't anything to do with me. That's what his name is. Wait, is it? He has an N on his shirt. Why does he have an N on his shirt? What does that stand for? Nonce? It can't be. You're too young. Who are you? Oh, Christ alive, now it's an H. But at least I know what name that stands for. It's horrid little boy. I've got a question for you. What do speed boost items and skyscrapers full of terrorists have in common? When you touch them, they make the same noise. And don't fret, when you do grab a speed boost and you hit the top of a ramp, you finally have enough speed to still not go anywhere.
Not bad.
There are some easier stages when you just need to get as many points as possible without anyone else around, like Mad Town, where everyone is mad and I'm inviting him to the party. He's so crazy. You'll love him when you meet him. Or the stages where you just need to get to the bottom of the hill in a race, like Mount Baldy. Well, have you asked him if he's alright with that? But the scoring levels are the trickier ones, even if there are things you can do to win quicker, such as doing tricks to build a special meter and then doing the special. What's the special? Well, you suspend yourself in mid-air and then just do whatever you want for a few seconds. This is one of my favorite things I've ever done in any game I've ever played. It doesn't even look like it's real. I'm not breaking the game, it's letting me do this. I love it. And you...
Yep, I remember that. I remember that. I also remember that collecting the heads of hidden characters was a pain in the ass. Spent hours trying to find them. And it wasn't even my game. I was at a friend's house. So I had borrowed time to help them find the characters. And being so disappointed when I unlocked them all.
You can build up the special meter to max immediately by grabbing these star tokens and then toast! Toast? Why? Am I too old to understand this, or am I not old enough yet? I was 7 years old when this game came out, and I thought that toast as a slang adjective meant you're finished. Is the game telling me I'm dead? Well, you know what? You're probably right. If this kid grew up and became a teacher, would he be called Mr. Dullard? If you're on a snow stage and you need to get a high score or win a race, but then you land in a flat surface, that's it. It's over. Hope you like ice cream, boy, because soon you'll be one. The game doesn't discriminate, though. It's okay. Often, you don't even need snow. Is your name Sam Dullard or Sam Bollard? Yes, it's true what they say. Rocket power on the PlayStation is more fun than when you can do the weekly shop at Sainsbury's and eat real kids. Just make sure you don't overcook them.
What the fuck? Why is that a real thing?
There's a lot for this game to process. Of course it's going to have a few buggy parts. In fact, the biggest part of the game that's so big that it needs a loading screen into it and then another loading screen out of it is this image file telling you you failed.
Every time. I'm Sam the man. Ooh, that
How did I get through all of this, I expect you wonder? Well, I found out that one move in particular scored more than any other move, so I did it over and over and over again until my bedtime at 6 o'clock. This is what happened when I tried using lots of different moves. This is what happened when I used the same move on repeat. It was doing better for me, not by thousands, but hundreds of thousands of points. The only downside is that it makes the children look deficient in bone development.
This is sweet. Rocket Boards is getting major publicity.
I too can read books while looking at the ceiling.
When I then realized I didn't have to roll the credits at the end of the game to get the 2 Rugrats tokens, and I just had to reach it, the game felt a little bit more in my grasp. So I found the Tommy token, that was early in the game, and then the Angelica token at the final level. And for good measure, I failed that level on purpose, and my family's shop got sold off to Sputs Ringley and PP Piss. Now I can finally play as Tommy and Angelica, who team up together to start a complete massacre. In short, was finishing this entire game worth it? Yes. On a BMX, Tommy becomes a duck. And on a snowboard, he becomes a species of undiscovered chimp. When he's using the rollerblades, his legs dislocate and his hips don't even stay on. This is disgusting. As for Angelica, I went to the very end of this game for her, and all she has to show for it is a pyramid of shit in her pants. She looks weird on a snowboard, she looks weird on rollerblades, she looks weird on a skateboard. The only big difference between her and Tommy is that she has cardboard hair. Neither of them even have voices. They're both completely silent.
Yep. And that is when I was disappointed for unlocking them. I was so fucking disappointed. I don't know why they couldn't do it.
The Rocket Power kids fall off. Banshees. The Rugrats fall off. They just die. Why did Angelica ask to visit the mall? She wanted to go bye-bye.
What?
So that's suicide joke.
So in the end, how is it playing as the Rugrats in Rocket Power Team Rocket Rescue? Well, I think Google's AI says it best. There is no unlockable feature to play as the Rugrats in the PS1 game Rocket Power Team Rocket Rescue. Oof, well, that's a relief. Now I don't need to play it. You know what I need to do? I need to call up the CEO of Nickelodeon, Nicholas Odeon, and ask him about any other PS1 games that have the Rugrats in them. Hello? Do you know if Nicholas can come out for tea tonight? He's busy? Oh, piss off. What? His twin brother is available? And he's the joint CEO of Nickelodeon, and he knows just as much about Rugrats on PS1 as Nicholas does? Well, don't piss off anymore. Send him over.
Hi, Caddy. Nice to see you again.
Oh my word. It's my best childhood friend, Nicholas. I didn't know you were running Nickelodeon.
It's been a long time, hasn't it? How are you doing?
Yes, it has. And I'm doing great. Do you have another Rugrats PS1?
Hey, my eyes are up here.
Oh, of course they are. I'm so sorry. I forgot. It really has been that long. Longer than your neck.
Hey, you know I'm really sensitive about my uncommon neck length. I'd appreciate you not joking about it.
All right, I won't joke about it anymore. To your face. In the sky.
See? This is why we stopped talking. I left a game on the floor for you. I'd give it to you myself, but if I bend over, I go down like a massive log and everyone sits on me. Goodbye.
Ha 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 ha! What a gangly disaster! Oh look!
What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Oh, you brought that back.
Rugrats. Angelica... No. Rugrats. Totally Angelica. A game I last touched in September 2012, nearly 14 years ago, when I looked like the ghost of a starving Victorian child, and I just figured out how to get rid of the BO that wouldn't leave my clothes. Do you remember this girl from the cartoon show Rugrats on Nickelodeon? She's the reason I'm pro-choice, which means that she would make a great main character for her very own video game that people would actually want to buy. I mean, when I was a kid, I got it, so it worked on me.
And don't be a silly, I am an ungodly fashion.
But after a while, the spell of this game began wearing off on 7-year-old me until I ended up not liking it that much, and eventually I drowned the game box in wine. This is that copy. The damage is still there. The pages of the manual are still stiff and wavy. The edges of the case were red but are now brown, and for some reason, the case itself is still sticky after 24 years. But in the ongoing war of adult men versus plastic cases, I won. So why is it that I drowned this game in wine?
Yeah.
Where did the wine come from? I was 7. Well, to quote Churchill, I'm dying.
Open! 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 Open!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Caddy, stop this!
Angelica's broken her Cynthia doll dream house, so she wrangles the other horses together and tells them that she's going to make up an imaginary fashion show in an imaginary mall with imaginary games that are all imaginary, so if she dies, it's not a big deal.
Then all of a sudden, you're a fanny. You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this. Yet there it is. So I know this is a fashion show set in a mall and everything, but these are babies and they can't work except for chimney sweeping, and nobody really needs them anymore. So how do we make money to buy fashion to win the fashion show? Excuse my language, but what in the gosh darn heck do we actually do in this game? What's the point? What's going on? Where am I? Who are you? You're not my wife. What you need to do is complete 9 minigames across all 5 floors of this mall, and every time you win one, you get a new fashion. So it's okay. You don't need any money.
Customers who aren't potty trained always shop for free.
Oh.
Who came up with the dialogue for that? I have so many questions for the people who come up with a dialogue for these fucking video games. Can't blame my eye for that. No. A person came up with that.
So in Rocket Power, she... Oh, that makes sense. Vile. Speaking of brown things caught in a receptacle, this minigame is Cookie Catch. You move left and right by using the directional buttons and catch all of the thrown cookies into a bag for about 40 seconds, which is exactly how long it takes for me to have a carrot, which is a healthier choice. This minigame is simple as fashion match. Remember the outfit, because in a moment, it won't be that outfit. So what was the outfit? Well, I hope you remembered that outfit. This minigame is Fluffy's Pinball Maze. Who's this skunk? This is a game where you bounce a ball of yarn towards this cat character from Rugrats that I don't remember. My memory is a sieve, but that's actually a good thing in this case.
You know what? I remember seeing that cat, but I don't remember who it belongs to. I think Angelica adopted a cat later. I'm gonna look that up. I remember they added the cat into the show just so that Spike could, you know, have more screen time. You know, cat and dog bullshit. Rugrats. Fat Fingers, I spelled Tug Cats. Rugrats. Cat. Fluffy. Of course it's called Fluffy. Oh, yep, it's Angelica's cat. Makes sense. It has the ear hair thing. Where's its ears? It doesn't have any ears. It's just bows on its whatever the fuck. And it's Spike's enemy. Yep, yep.
because you don't need to remember any of this maze layout at all to win. All you do is hit one button every time the ball is near a spring and just wait until it's over. Even if you miss the spring, you get given a free spring to respring yourself. The only thing that's stopping you winning this game is your own inability to look at where the ball is on the screen and hit a button. So I don't recommend this game if you have no arms and no head.
Too bad I don't have a bulldozer. This game would be over real quick.
What are you talking about? This is your own game that you imagined yourself, you fanny.
That's all of the mini games on floor 1. There's not much else I can do. So, I've got at least one of each item that you can unlock from beating all of the mini games, and I've got them matching as close as I possibly can.
I'm going to be the mall fashion show queen.
Oh, don't worry. I'll be the mall fashion show queen within the hour. At the same time, though, I'm not exactly an expert on fashion or royalty. So, I don't know. What do you think, Aristocramp?
Oh, well,
Here we go, my first ever catwalk. And before anything else happens, someone in the audience is unable to contain their laughter. Followed up by my own grandfather voting my outfit a 1 out of 10. Thanks, Gramp. Maybe it's because he didn't even recognize me. What if I go on stage and just be myself? No glitz or glamour, no extra fashion, just me, Angelica, as he always sees me. Okay, he likes me even less. You know what, though? I actually sympathize. I know what that's like. While he was alive, my own granddad never even once said hello to me. He'd say, do I want to say the most humiliating moment of my life? Yes. I went back to the mini-games and got myself a few more accessories just to see if I could improve anything for another attempt. And yes, I could. By keeping the outfit the same, but just changing the shoes, adding a pair of trousers, and adding some blush, I got 4 more total points than the last attempt, while arguably looking worse, proving once and for all that fashion isn't about how your clothes look, it's about how many clothes you can balance on you. Sadly though, it still isn't enough. Oh, poor old Fanny. Wait. This is all in your imagination, isn't it? Why are you giving yourself 7 2s out of 10? Are you okay? Do your parents love you?
And the joke cave.
Is it true that Tommy isn't really bald? No, that's just hearsay.
Oh, no! Not again! Get out of here! Now! Oh, get out! Oh,
You good, mate?
Who are you?
Who are you?
We were just filming in the cave. There was an eagle.
No, it's back. We're here to film as well. We've got the 11:30.
Your film. You don't live here.
What?
What you on, mate?
Are you from the past? Once you've thrown Angelica at the pitchforks of the beauty industry enough times, you earn enough points to move up to the next floor, which she celebrates by doing this, alongside the latest hit single by my tool shed. This game's music has no right to be this good. It sounds like Rugrats again, but modernized. Loops and bass and everything. At the next Game Awards, I want a new award category in the music section for video game score that sounds the most like being sick. My nomination is this one. This soundtrack also has my all-time favorite failure noise of anything that exists. Video game loss, computer error, operation, real-life operation, and I don't need to describe why. You'll hear it. The rest of the minigames are as follows.
What just landed on his head? It looked like it fucking hurt.
and Lil's frog catch. Fant 1 and Fant 2 have started growing their first teeth, but then they fell out, and it's up to you to save them by catching frogs that jump out of a log. But here's a twist. Sometimes the frogs won't jump, and then will do a jump. Suddenly, what started as a game of easily grabbing 12 frogs after every attempt becomes 11 frogs, then maybe 10 frogs. And then at that point, you still win anyway.
Wow, that was easier than making a dirty puppy.
No. This.
Is it really that easy for you, though? Surely you have to try a bit. What, is it like a tap?
Hey, Caddy, have you heard about this game Slender? Everyone's playing it. Wait. What the hell are you playing?
I mean, it's not what it looks like. I can explain.
Are you playing a girl's game?
Yes, I am. Because I believe that video games are for everyone. This minigame is Tommy's hide and seek. You are a baby in a box trying to quietly move from one end of the room to the other, while Grandpa sleeps in the back with his rippling pelvic muscles, and then every so often, he remembers his time in Nam. Tottenham. We don't joke about PTSD on this channel though, it's a very serious topic, so instead we'll joke about his narcolepsy. Wow, you're a sleepyhead, aren't you? I don't think it's real, you're just lazy. This minigame is Phil and Lil's bug hunt. The twin Fants are back in town, and this time it's personal. They need to work together to very slowly pull up root vegetables, or slightly less slowly stomp on non-root vegetables, and hope to their god of the harvest that a bug will pop out, like worms, grasshoppers, and the most famous of all bugs, spiders. Google it. Then they grab them before they disappear, which is easier said than done, since they have to get 7 bugs in order to win, but only have 200 attempts to get them. Win the game, and the twin Fants can finalize the ritual and merge to become one single combined Fant.
I got so happy I need a bunch of mud.
What? This minigame is Tommy's Pinata Bash. You don't even control this one. You just press 2 buttons to shout left and right at a blind baby and hope it listens. It's hard enough to do it with a baby that can see, but now it's practically like trying to command a fart to leave the room. It's impossible.
Too bad candy doesn't come out of everything when you beat it with a stick.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe if Will Smith came at Chris Rock with a stick, nobody would have complained. This minigame is Kimmy Follow the Leader, and she is another new baby I forgot to mention earlier, but the minigame isn't named after her. What you do is press one button, press a different button, or press both of those buttons at the same time in order to copy what the new baby, Sharon Osbourne, does. She has a bottle, she has an oven glove, and when she leans down, she makes a weird noise. The final minigame is Chucky's Colour Match, where Chucky shows you a color while you listen to the band Living Colour and their track What's Your...
Oh yeah, he's English. You spell color with a U over there. Which actually does make more sense. We have color over here.
Favorite color on the album Vivid by Living Colour. This is a short-term memory game of listing all the colours back in the correct order, and since I was born with a problem in my Brian, I struggled once or twice with this. Good thing that in the back of the manual, just in case you need help, you don't call that number, because that's my mum. Hi.
How are ya?
Fine.
Is this call being recorded?
Nay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. So there we go. I've gone through all 5 floors, played all 9 mini-games multiple times over, started an antique coin collection where the antique coins are clothes, and I've got more than enough fashion choices to actually begin trying. Not that it matters, because why is it that this outfit with a pink traffic cone dress, off-shade unmatching pink shorts, clown shoes, unmatching baby blue ring, brown hair and unmatching bandana scores me 4s and 5s out of 10 across the board, and yet the exact same outfit, but with matching trousers, matching bangles, matching ring, matching earrings, matching hair and makeup, and matching jewelry, scores me 3s and 4s across the board. I don't think Angelica wants to look nice. This is her manifested guilt. Why else would she choose to have her all-time hero Reptar and her own cat say that she looks like shit? It's a punishment to herself, this whole situation is. And this self-masochism doesn't end when she gets older either. She willingly put herself in all grown up.
How can I not win? Look at me, I'm stunting.
Oh, Angelica, you don't need to be that harsh on yourself. I'd say you were more of a candle-lit bedtime accident. Oh, look, it's the worst outfit I could possibly make for Angelica. We've got radioactive trousers, potato sack boots made out of a yak, a Santa Claus jacket, a purple necklace that's a shelf, pale blue rigor mortis lips, eyeshadow that blends into her hair, and a bucket hat covered in snot. What's this worth? You guessed it, 5s and 6s. She's happy about that. There's probably something about the fashion show part that I just don't get, and that's fine. So in this situation, the best policy is to just play all of the minigames multiple times over, unlock all of the clothing.
Oh yeah, he's got the twat
and then
hat.
just experiment in the fashion show until you get good points. But in order to do that, you need to beat Tommy's hide and seek 4 times, Cookie Catch 8 times, Fluffy's pinball maze 8 times, Phil and Lil's bug hunt 8 times, Tommy's pinata bash 9 times, Kimmy's follow the leader 14 times, Cynthia's fashion match 17 times, Chucky's color match 20 times, and Phil and Lil's frog catch 32 times. 32. This year, that's what I am. Every time you play this mini...
Why? Why would they... Isn't this supposed to be a girls' game? Why would they require you to play games that many times? And the same one, no less.
Game, the same number of frogs jump out in the same period of time regardless if you win or lose, which is about 1 minute and 10 seconds. So assuming you win every single attempt and you take away the loading screens, if you want every possible fashion item, at minimum you'll be spending 37 minutes and 20 seconds of your life helping 2 toothless babies in dresses steal frogs by pressing 1 button. Girl gamers unite! Yeah, and what do those girl gamers love more than anything? Clothes, shoes, shopping malls, the color pink, 384 frogs and 32 buckets. But if you're an intellectual with a high IQ, like Ma, you will very quickly realize that you can do the fashion show as many times as you want. So don't spend 37 minutes playing amphibian theft. Instead, spend 37 minutes going back and forth into the fashion show wearing the exact same hideous, disgusting outfit, gaining the exact same points every single time, and doing it again and again and again until you finish the game. If you're fortunate enough, you also accidentally got a load of the minigame fashion rewards to match without realizing or thinking about it, which means that you could find your perfect look that gets you 8s and 9s out of 10 that you can repeat, which will end the whole thing even quicker than my mouth and an M4. Well, there it is.
Oh my god! Oh god. I need another drink, hold on. I love his sense of humor.
999 points, the game is over. Is that it? What now? Join us next time on Toddlers and Tiaras, where Honey Boo Boo's mother gives Angelica her special go-go juice, and no one in the pageant knows CPR. No, there is an ending. I jest. It's on the final floor, floor 6. You get a cutscene, you get a JPEG, and then you get credits. Oh, Deb Bart. That's my favorite creepypasta. What game do babies play wearing diapers? Hide and leak.
Wanna laugh?
And smelly cup. Hey, I've got a Rugrats joke. Three Mr. Friends walk into a bar. The bartender asks, "Who are you?" The first one says, "I'm Mr. Friend." The second one says, "I'm Mr. Friend." The bartender then looks at the third one and says, "Don't tell me, you're also Mr. Friend." Then the third replies, "No, I'm Mr. More Than Friend. Let's fuck."
Awesome video. Oh, well, this video is getting to, well, I don't even make money on YouTube, but apparently this ending puts like a copyright shit on my video, this song ending, but whatever. I don't want to get paid anyway.
Stan? My granddad was called Stan. He's dead now.
No head tilt. That's a shame. Oh my god, that video was awesome. I didn't even know that Rugrats game was out. I'm glad I didn't, because I probably wouldn't have played it. Back then, if you were a boy playing anything that was a girl's game, you got bullied relentlessly. You had to do boy things, or else you would get emotionally fucked around with. That's just how things were. Was that last one made by EA? No, I think it was made by THQ. They were responsible for pretty much most of the Nickelodeon games back then. Yep, it was published by THQ. They made most of the Nickelodeon games back on PS1. Oh, I laughed myself silly during that whole thing. Now I'm tired. Alright, that's going to be it for this stream. I am out of here. I'm tired from all that laughing, and I need to take a nap. Thanks for joining me, everybody. See you in a few more months for the next Caddy React.